Hey, beautiful people. It is your girl T. I haven't been in showing anything in a while, and I do apologize to you all. I am in school, so I had some assignments that I really had to get done. They were some hard ones, and so it took some time away from the things that I prefer to do, which is anything coloring. But as you can see, what we're doing today is we have the Uni Color Pencil by Mitsubishi. And this is the 100 set. And I wanted to go over these or do like a mini opinion or review. Not really a review, because I believe that to do a review on a pencil, you have to have used it, like, to color all types of different paper, to draw with them, color with them. I mean, do all sorts of things with them on all different types of paper, using other mediums with them. So this is more or less like just an opinion, my opinion, or what I think of the Uni Color Pencil. And so today I will be testing the pencils out on different books, just to see, different paper quality, and just to go over these beautiful pencils. I don't see very many reviews or information on these pencils. Even when you research them online, they will be hard to find. As far as it will be hard to find information specifically on these pencils, like if they have light fastness and things of that nature. But just to go over these pencils, they're again, these are the Uni Color Pencil, and I'm sure that you have been in many stores in the pen section and seen Uniball or Unibrand. It is the same company that makes these pencils, and it's the Mitsubishi Pencil Company Limited. They are also the manufacturer of the Posca pen that you see a lot of people using in the coloring books. So they are Japanese, so these are from Japan. They are made of synthetic wax that's been created by a Mitsubishi pencil. It's a special type of wax that they've come up with for these pencils. Again, the light fastness is unknown. Their hardness is about moderate. And there's there's 3 different sets that I am aware of. The first set is the 72 color set, which you can see on Amazon for sale for about $71. They have the 100 color set, which is this set here, which runs about $113. I'm not sure if it's gone up. Again, that's on Amazon. And then when I was doing some research, I found out that they had a 240 color set. They're a limited edition set, and that's for $650. Unfortunately, unless I can find those at a garage sale or at a thrift shop, I will not be buying those. So I was lucky to get these 100 set here, these 100 pencils, because I was just on Facebook Marketplace. Excuse me. And I was just browsing around to see, colored pencils for sale. Now, disclaimer, I'm not telling you to go on to Facebook Marketplace to find your pencils. You have to be really safe when you're meeting people to buy things from them. So please make sure that when you're meeting people, that you can meet them at a police station. You can meet them at grocery store, in front of the grocery store, so that you're not feeling like someone's gonna rob you or hurt you. Don't ever meet anyone, in a parking lot just by yourself. I always go with someone else. But anyways, I was able to find these, and some young girl was selling these for only $40. And I was like, what? This can't be $40. So I contacted her, and she had forgotten that she had them up there, but she said, yeah, she's trying to get rid of them so I could have them for $40. So I scored these pencils for $40. Now, their pencils come in these nice cases. I also have the 72 set, and I'm not going to pull that one out today, but this is the box that the 100 comes in. I don't really like this box. I thought that I would when I got it, and you're going to see why. So when you open the box, first of all, you have to turn it upside down to get to it. and they open up, and you're to turn them. They're made to stay in this case like a pencil easel. So when you open them, excuse me, let me zoom out for y'all a little bit. When you open them, they come out like this. You can see that. So there are these little prongs, or these little plastic cubbies for them. They each have their own slot, as you can see there. They each have their own slot, and there's 4 in a row. So all 100 pencils are here. Let me scoot this back. They even give you a pencil key. Now, pencil color key here. You can see that. Let me zoom in for you. With all of the different names and the colors of the pencils. Okay. I do not like this pencil case because when you go in to use it, sometimes this will close down, and that's, to me, is going to damage the pencil. You know, if they crash, they can break the cores, and I don't like that. So these will be removed. Some of these pencils she did use a lot, like these blues in here, and I guess this was one of her favorite colors here, which was the coral red. These are beautiful pencils, let me tell you. They are well made. The wood is awesome. They took the time to, you know, put the gold coloring on them. The color, the barrel is showing its color all the way through the pencil. So, the lacquer, I mean. But there are some really, really unique colors with these. And so I'm going to go ahead and take these off of the table and show you the swatch that I made for these pencils. Just a moment. Okay, so this is my little swatch book here. So now these pencils have some awesome, awesome colors. As you can see, they're very vibrant. You have lemon yellow, orange, light vermilion. I mean, there's so many beautiful colors here. This rose color is awesome. It's really beautiful. There's some flesh, dark flesh, light flesh. I'm sorry, dark flesh, flesh. Okay. And then you have your purples. They have a nice variety of purples, blues, yellow, some of these greens. This is so pretty colors here. As you can see, that emerald green is really pretty. There's a lot of variety of green. Then you get down to your ochres, your raw umber, and then the last page here is the browns and the grays. Okay, so that's my swatch for those pencils. Now what I've done here is I've taken geranium red, yellow, and cobalt blue so that you can see how well they blend out, just using one color at a time. So I wanted to do the eraser test because people like to, you know, see how well they erase. So I'm going to go ahead and erase across this. Sorry for the shaking. I want to say they don't erase very well. So, I mean, it's better than most, but I'm not thrilled with that. So, you know, if you're going to color with it, make sure that you, so, you know, don't, you know, erase with those if you don't have to. So, now I wanted to just try some blending with the 3 colors. Geranium red. Okay. Then we have yellow. A beautiful yellow. And then we're going to use the Cobalt Blue. Okay, so I'm just going to, you know, play around with them on the paper a little bit, just to see how we can blend. As you can see, I'm using a very light touch here, just to get some pigment on the paper. I'm going to go take the Cobalt Blue over that, just to see, you know, what it's going to do as far as blending. I'm doing it in layers. And by the way, this is Strathmore sketch paper. It has a fine tooth, and I actually like using that with the color pencils. When I do my swatches, I use this paper because I feel like I can really see what, you know, how well they'll work. I'm just gonna go over that with red again. Again, these are medium hard pencils, and again, there's a synthetic wax that Mitsubishi has created. So, kind of like that. Even though it's kind of, you know, all the pigment's not getting into the tooth of the paper, you can kind of get an idea of how these pencils, how nice they are. Okay, I'm going to go with the yellow and red. Actually, we'll do yellow and the Cobalt Blue. This is a really, really nice yellow. It's very, very pigmented, very high pigment on that. Now I'm going to go with the Cobalt Blue. Now, normally I would never go from, like I did with the red and blue, go from dark to light. I always like to work with the lightest color and apply the darker color on top of the lighter color. As far as blending, they don't seem to be doing very well, these on here, but when I color in the coloring books, it's a lot different. So I will show you that. Okay, so there's just a little playing around with the pencils. I'm sorry you didn't see this one very well. I didn't know I was out of frame. There you have that. So now what I've done is I've taken a couple of books that, you know, are pretty popular that people like to color in. One of them being a Johanna Basford book. So we have the Enchanted Forest. Okay, so I've chosen just something that I'm going to use for testing. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to color one of these leaves. And I'm going to use the yellow and the red. So I'm going to stick with the same color palette, I think, for all of these. So I'm going to just choose one of these here. And on this paper, I'm not even pressing very hard, and you can see that a lot of pigment is coming onto the paper. It's kind of slick. They kind of glide across. Almost reminds me like I'm using a marker, almost, because they're kind of slick, you know. It's probably due to the wax in the pencil, a hard synthetic wax. So now I'm going to go in with the red and just to see what, what shading will take place with it. It's almost winter, not yet, and I don't know about you all, but right now I'm in the middle of cooking Thanksgiving dinner while I do this. But I didn't want to, wait too long to get a video up to my subscribers. I kind of feel like, you all take the time to subscribe. I should take the time to make sure I'm putting out some good videos here for you. Just to kind of show you what kind of tools I use here in my own little mini studio, if you want to call it that. I'm set up in my dining room because I don't have an actual, space that I could call my actual studio yet. We're in the process of looking for a home to buy, and that in itself is daunting, let me tell you. So here you see on the Johanna Basford book, I don't really like them on here because it seems like the blending is a little hard with it being so, there's no, her books are kind of, they have a little tooth, but they're not, it's like fine tooth, almost slick, almost no tooth. So I prefer to use Prismacolor pencils in her books, as well as pencils like Crayola, and I've used Prang in her books, and those, I like the way those work in here too. So then I'm going to go back over this with the yellow. We're just playing around here. This is a test page. I'm not doing it for, for a completed page or a completed book series here. So just playing around with these. Okay, so as you can see, the color is very vibrant. And that's the Johanna Basford book. So now I'm going to try it in one of the popular books people are into, which are the Hannah Carlson books. And I'm going to do one of these pages here, or one of these pictures here. I think I'm going to play around with the bug. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the blue and see how blending looks on this. Now, one thing with these pencils I found is that you don't really have to sharpen them much. So you're gonna get a long use out of them before you have to sharpen, unless you're trying to get into, a tiny space and you need a really sharp point. Would you need to do that? Now, I think I like it better on this paper for the Hannah Carlson books. It's like almost effortless for me to color. I'm barely pressing down, even though I'm holding the pencil close to the tip. I'm not pressing down as hard because I see how the color is just, the pigment is just going right onto the paper. So then you can go over and do a couple more layers. It does add layers pretty good. They kind of remind me of like an oil pencil, but they're not. They're wax. It's really hard to describe this pencil. I think it's unique in itself. Even though it's wax, how it colors doesn't really, to me, color like a wax pencil. So, and the quality of it, makes you almost think it almost makes you feel like you're holding a Faber-Castell pencil in your hand. The way that it feels and the quality of it. So I'm just gonna do one more piece here, and then we're going to move on to another book. Okay, so there you go in the Hannah Carlson book. Actually, let me try blending up with the yellow with this blue. Let's see how it works. And I don't usually do this, so I'm going backwards. But I just want to check something out here. Now, I'm not really pressing hard, but look at how the yellow gets applied here. It's so vibrant. I mean, you barely have to press down. When I saw someone use these on YouTube, I think it was earlier in the year or end of last year, I was like, wow. I mean, there weren't a lot of people doing videos on this pencil, but I felt like these pencils deserved a shot, and I'm glad that I got them and that I was able to find someone selling the 100 set for 40 bucks, because I paid 70, probably 75 for the 70 set. So, well, there you have it. Blending up. I normally don't do that, but as you can see, let me zoom in for you. Looks alright. Doesn't look bad at all. Sorry about the shaking, y'all. Okay, so the next book I'm going to try is, you know, a more budget-friendly book. Ones you can find, you know, pretty cheap. The Bendin books, actually found this at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if you have a Dollar Tree in your area, but the Dollar Tree has a whole bunch of Bendin books, the nice Bendin books, for $1, of course. And so I picked up a bunch of them. So we're going to do a test page of butterflies here. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to do the red because I want to show you how vibrant these are. Now, this paper, you know, you listen, it's kind of thin. It's not the best paper, but if you work light, again, you can get some nice pigment on here. I don't think that this is going to take many layers because already I feel like the papers, I've already burnished the paper with the first layer. So that's all it's going to get. So with this paper, you probably have to color extremely light. Now I'm going really light in this section here. Now I'm going to put a little bit more pressure. Actually, let's go this way. Okay, so there you have it on Bendin paper. Looks pretty good. Not the best, but it looks good. Alright, and the last book I'm going to try is going to be a Creative Haven book. These are popular books. They're really nice books too. They have some, you know, pretty good paper. I mean, it's not, again, it's not the best paper quality, but it's good enough to get, you know, get some good coloring in. So I'm going to go with the yellow this time. I'm just going to do one little section here. Now, if you have any questions about these pencils, or you want to see me do a full page with these pencils, I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. With the holidays coming up, you know, things get a little hectic, but I do not want to, you know, neglect you all, because you're so kind to even subscribe to my channel and see what it is that I can do here. So just let me know down in the comments if you want to see me do a full page. You can even suggest a book and a page, and if I have the book, which I probably do, I'll, you know, do a live, not a live, but a color and chat so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. I know I've done a lot of speed videos, but that's because my 4-year-old is is not asleep when I do these videos, and he's a bit of a mockingbird right now, and he thinks it's funny. So I don't want to spend my whole video, you know, telling him shh, 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 which I do on my Facebook group. But they know Christian, so they know if he's around, they're gonna get some kind of silliness out of the background. So, but I don't want that for my, you know, for my YouTube. I kind of want this to be my own little sanctuary with you guys, you know. So I want to have it quiet and a little peaceful, where I don't have to, you know, get on him to be quiet while I'm filming my videos. So there you go. There is the yellow. You can see how vibrant that is. Very vibrant. So let me go. I'm going to add some blue to that just to see how it looks together. Now, some people were asking, you know, me to do more tutorial type videos. If there's something that you really want to see done, just let me know. I know I've gotten requests on how I do the cloud backgrounds, or the somebody said circular, but I'm thinking they mean the clouds, because I don't think I've shown any of the circles, because I'm not really good at those just yet. I'm still learning those. So, but if you want to know how I do those cloud backgrounds, I'll be more than happy to you know, to do a video on that. As far as this paper, I think it's better than the Bendon. Using these in the Bendon book was not very fun, but in this book, it's working out okay. Not my favorite, but it's better than the last book. So, but again, these are the Uni color pencils by Mitsubishi. You can find these on Amazon. They are gorgeous pencils, as you can see. They're high quality pencils. I mean, not high quality like Faber-Castell high quality, but I mean, they could probably be up there with them if they weren't wax and they were oil. I think these would be like up there with the Faber-Castell pencils, just because of the time, the quality that they're placed in these pencils. They sharpen really well. They don't chop up. As you can see, they have a nice wood in this pencil as well. But if you have any questions, other questions about these pencils, do you want me to color something with them, I will be more than happy to. And I guess that's going to be it. So again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button. I would be greatly appreciative of that. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Goodbye.